in, or were you surprised by the kind of like internet sensation that not only that movie...
What, that everyone hated Morbius?
No, I loved it. But like, the movie itself became kind of like a
joke.
occasion. I gotta know about the dance, because it is like the thing that everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
Was that choreographed? Was it choreographed by you? Was it improv? Like, take us step by step through the dance.
It was all kind of improv really there. We got there on the day. So I love these coloured lights around the room. It's very charming.
Yeah.
I got there on the day and I thought I was going to dance to a Stone Roses song, and the director, brilliant director actually, Adrian was like, no, I found this like Swedish dance song, he's a Swede. And then, put it on and just started moving around and thought, how would I was interested in like, this guy had never been able to move, right? And then suddenly he's aware of his body, and you can turn to it. And I love vampires, that's why I did the film, I'm like obsessed with that.
And
you are the one person who liked it.
You know what they say, if you change one person's heart, let's go all the way back to Doctor Who and the 11th Doctor. You are, of course, a Brit, and as much as we love Doctor Who over here in the States, it's really like part of your ingrained in it. It's part of your upbringing. Was that daunting? What was your experience with Doctor Who leading up to that?
Yeah, what it is. Well, I mean, I was only 26 when I got Doctor Who. I'd literally be like walking down the street in London, and people were like, "Don't break Doctor Who." And I'd be like, "Well, I'll try." And David, and David was so popular and so good, and Russell was so popular and so good. I think it's exciting Russell's back actually, and but you know, I was lucky. I had Stephen Moffat and Piers Wenger and Karen and Arthur and Jenna and wonderful people around me to sort of make it. But just, it's still one of the greatest. I just love that show. And
Have you stayed a fan? I mean, I keep my foot in. I haven't seen all of the later stuff, to be honest, but I kind of dip in, dip out, but I never really watched it before I got it. Yeah.
So it's one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And then going on to House of the Dragon, which I almost felt like, well, they've cast every other British actor. I guess it's my duty to be in King of Thrones now. Yeah. Was it at all? Did it like weigh on you at all? Like, okay, I'm about to step back into another franchise and commit myself to this, extended series.
Yeah, I think that always does. I mean, every actor, like the way to make an actor unhappy is to give him a job. You want a job, you're desperate for a job, and then you get a job and you go, oh God, I've got to do it. And again, there are a lot of people like, don't ruin Damon Targaryen. I was like, I'll try. So, you just try and do your best and make it feel original and, what it is to you.
Yeah.
And if people like it, like that, great. And if they don't, what can you do?
Yeah. I'm going to ask one more question, but I want to get y'all going and lining up. There's microphones here and here, so if you want to ask Matt a question, go ahead and line up. Organize, no one push each other down.
Now there's more.
I saw somebody just stab someone with a sonic screwdriver to get there.
Either we bored them or offended them. There's a mass walkout.
You said something that I think is actually an interesting segue into what I was going to ask, and that everything can find a fandom, and I'm sure coming to these cons, you get to connect with people in a way that, like, oh, that thing that I thought people didn't like, people love it.
Yeah.
Does it occur to you now with, let's say, something like Marvel, where it feels like every actor is going to get their chance? What is it about a certain role that comes along that you said, okay, now I'm going to make my entrance into Marvel, or I don't know, maybe I'll hold out and see if another Marvel role comes around?
Wow, it's like all jobs really. I mean, the Morbius Marvel thing was purely and simply because I love vampires.
Yeah.
And I love vampire movies, and I've always wanted to play a vampire.
Yeah.
I remember I had so much fun doing, there's an episode of Doctor Who called you know, at the time I was like, vampires are just cool, aren't they? You know, would you want to be a vampire? Yeah. I'm that guy. I'm like what they call? They're called the familiars in What We Do in the Shadows. You know, like 20 years to be turned by Laszlo into a vampire.
Well, now you really put something out there is that I want to see you in What We Do in the Shadows.
I love that show.
Yeah.
I love that series. Huge, not very well.
Well, now that's out there in the universe, so we'll just start the internet fan campaign to make that happen. All right, let's go ahead and kick it off. We'll start over here on the left. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Michael from Dallas. Matt, thank you. My wife has been nothing. She's been stalking your arrival. She's not here, but she texts me every 5 minutes. He's on the ground.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying earlier. Thank you so much. I can't imagine how jet lagged you must be.
No, I'm fine actually. Yeah.
Fantastic. Hey, so I'm wondering, because a lot of us probably are actors, and it's hard for us to imagine these very roles that you're playing, you know, from Doctor Who to The Crown to Milo and Morbius, and obviously your most recent role, which that 14-year-old daughter over here can't watch yet.
Don't watch that.
Okay.
Definitely don't watch that.
Thanks, Matt. So, how do you inhabit so many different roles, and is there one that's most like you, if typecasting?
God, I don't know if I'm as... Yeah, I think... how? Well, I think it's one of the gifts of being an actor. I mean, I love what I do. It's a great job. And how do you inhabit so many different roles? It's a very good question. I wish I had an answer for you, really. But it's... you know, acting, it's hard work. It's tough. It's a tough job. But, and which one am I like? No,
I want that
they're all
kind of
cooler
job.
than me. So, I'm probably closest, I'd say. Although he's, you know, the coolest of the lot. But I think the Doctor's the sort of nearest version. Because all the others are real bastards. But so is the Doctor, really. That's what's amazing about the Doctor is, you know, he's the most brutal of the lot of them, really. He's got the most blood on his hands. Like, he makes Damon look like a puppy.
I'm really glad you didn't say your character from Last Night in Soho. That would have been... Although...
Great dancer, though.
Dude,
Great
what?
dancer.
What a...
redeeming feature in everyone.
What a killer film, and you were so great in that. Alright, let's take it over here.
Hello, my name is Anna, and I just want to ask, you're my best doctor from Doctor Who.
Cool. Thanks, man.
But I want to ask, what was your funniest part in Doctor Who?
Well, that's a very good question. I used to like winding Karen up. I used to hide in a shower in the trailer, fully dressed. And she'd walk in and I'd go, because Karen's quite sort of long and gangly, and I'd go, I mean, you know, in my outfit as the Doctor, whatever, and just like me and Arthur did. But what I loved about the Doctor was, I had a sort of initial idea with the Doctor that I thought it would be quite cool to make him clumsy and like falling around and physically quite sort of mad, and I think that was probably the bit I had the most fun with. Good question. Thank you, Ian. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Josh Mendez, and I'd like to say first that Matt Smith, thank you so much for coming. You made all of our days today, and I'm just pretty excited to get your photo up in the next 2 hours or anything.
See you then, man. See you then.
Okay, so my main question for you, sir, I'm very curious to ask you, during the production of House of the Dragons, and my favorite one of all, season 1 for starters, is episode 3. Tell me with your own words, during production, what are your thoughts or moments when you're filming the scene where you have to wear your armor suit and we're doing a little battle scene with these like creatures or whatever towards the end of the episodes, season 1 and the third one?
What are my thoughts when I'm doing it? Well, there's sort of several million things going on when you're an actor, because part of you's thinking on behalf of the character and thinking, right, I'm so angry, I want to prove to my brother I'm really cross, I'm just going to go, I don't care if I die, I'm going to, it's like a kamikaze pilot, you know, boom, and that's what's cool about Damon, he doesn't care. And then as an actor you're thinking, I want my lunch, the armor's really heavy, I'm tired, and all these stuntmen running at me, they're really strong, they keep hitting me, and I'm like, just, can I have a Diet Coke? So it's sort of, it's like, and then it's lunchtime, and I think, oh, right. And then it's a bit of both. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Your question did remind me that I should have said something on top. There will be spoilers for House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah, sorry, I've not seen it.
Sorry, it's your fault.
If you've not already seen it, don't bother.
Supposed to watch it.
Because we've ruined it for now anyway. There's a fight scene in episode 3, that's it. Sorry.
Just tell us about, just tell us what's here.
I mean, there's a book out there as well, you can read that. It's all there.
That's true. Alright, we'll go over here. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Sereny Clark. I'm 16 years old. This is actually my Sweet 16 present.
Oh. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I've waited 7 years, actually 8, to ask you this question. But if you could change anything in the entire history of time itself, what would you change in history?
Whoa. You know what? You got 7 years of planning a question? Good job. That was good.
I'd change you asking that question. Because it's a really hard question to answer. What would I change? I'd probably keep the dinosaurs. Cool, wouldn't it? Because you go, oh yeah, come meet my pet T-Rex, come on. Because I think now we'd be on top of them somehow,
It's so funny you say that, because there literally is a giant... Can you stand up?
How can you say that?
There's just literally a giant inflatable T-Rex at the back of the room. So, you know what? Ask and ye shall receive. Here's a dinosaur for you guys.
Good question, though.
Yeah.
Good question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Hi, we'll go over here.
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Jennifer. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
Very good.
So flew over here. So I just wanted to ask you about a question with House of the Dragon. So I know that you, Patty, and Fabian have all been kind of constant throughout the series, but I just wanted to know, what was your process or your thoughts going into meeting all of the different actresses that play Rhaenyra and
Alison.
Yeah, Allison. Sorry, I have a brain fart.
No.
So I just wanted to know, what was, how were you able to build those relationships? Just because all of those actresses are very different.
Yeah, they are. I mean, look, I know it's been a point of contention for some people, but for me, it was just, I think they're so brilliant. I was so lucky, with the people, with Mills and with Emma, because they're both just such brilliant actresses. And also, I felt as a character for Damon, it does a lot of the work for you somehow, because their energies are so different, and the time that has passed between them as women somehow. Having someone just even kind of physically different shook you into a different energy as an actor. So I loved it, and I have great faith in the transition, and that it will work. Actually, I know that Ella will just go on to be a real fan's favourite, and I know that Millie has already sort of cemented that place and done that. So yeah, I'm just proud of them both. And that's what's exciting about the show, actually, is I think you're going to see a lot of these young talents emerge, and then you'll be bored of old dossers like me. And so yeah, no, I think I feel very blessed to work with both of them.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Hi. Sorry, I just got really nervous, girl.
Very nervous.
So I hear everyone talking about your movies, your TV shows that you've been in, wonderful works, but no one ever brings up American Psycho the musical, which I think is amazing.
Cool, yeah.
So I was wondering, what was your favorite project to have worked on, movie or film, and then TV show and stage?
Oh, that's a tough one. I was really nervous doing American Psycho because I can't really sing, and I did it just after Doctor Who. I just finished Doctor Who, and it was like the end of an era. It was 4 years, and then I had to start this job on Monday. And everyone else was a really good singer, and I was really terrible. and sort of had to act my way through it. So that was a real challenge. Look, I think Doctor Who will always hold a huge place in my heart because it's Doctor Who, you know, and it was in my life and the people I met and the transitions. I was only 26, you know, so that will always be right up there. But I've been lucky to work on some really challenging things and shows that I feel proud of, really. But I think it's important to try and do a bit of everything, a bit of stage, a bit of TV, a bit of film, if you can. That makes sense. But yeah, I mean, to pick a favourite is tricky. I love them all equally more than each other in some way.
Thank you. Oh, good.
Hi, my name is Camille and I'm from Carthage, Texas.
Ooh, nice. I don't want to say ooh, like I know where that is. But it sounds sort of, that's very ooh.
It's very small.
Oh, nice.
I have a question about House of the Dragon. So spoiler alert.
Okay.
But I want to know if you thought when Damon went back to the Vale, if he planned to kill Rhea.
Oh, yeah, well, there goes that, guys. I told you, don't bother. Just go on the internet and read what happens. Well, if hypothetically he did do that, which I could neither deny or confirm, I don't think I could possibly answer it on his behalf, because I think what's interesting about Damon is, I think, is that you never know. You never quite know which way he's going to go or why he's done it. Is it what he thinks he should do? Is it for the greater good? Is it because he just likes chaos? Is it because he just likes to be a gnarly dude? You know. And I think that's what's really interesting. He's always walking on sort of the blade. And I don't know. I thought he just went back to see his wife in the Vale.
Thanks. We'll go here. Hi.
Hi, I'm Cara.
Hi.
But actually just came back from 5 years in England.
Hello.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy yourself?
We did. But we could stay if we would have.
Oh.
So obviously, Doctor Who, definitely. I also love your work in The Crown. I am very curious as to what intrigued you and what made you decide to take on the role of Demon Targaryen. And are there any kind of bloopers you can tell us about something funny that happened on the set?
Bloopers. Oh gosh. Well, what? I mean, I thought I read it and I thought, what a great part. You know, very interesting, complex, conflicted man. And I love the relationship with his brother. And I heard that Paddy was doing it, and I've always loved Paddy. I've always looked up to him and Reese Ifans, and you know, I thought it was an opportunity to sort of do something new and get a blonde wig, which I hate putting on, it turns out. It's like an hour and a half, and I'm not very good at sitting still. I find it quite hard. I'm always, part of me is always moving, really. So yeah, you know, I just thought it was just a really, really wonderful part. Are there any bloopers? I mean, Reese Ifans is one of the funniest men on the planet, and you only need to spend. I think he's so good at it, by the way. You only need to spend half an hour in his company, and we all just sort of congregate around Reese and let him tell stories and make us laugh. He's the blooper.
Thank you. All right, we'll go over here. Hi.
Hi, Matt Smith.
Wow.
Nervous, you guys.
Well, hey.
So, my name's Caroline. I'm from Dallas.
Okay.
And there's some really incredible costume design on this show. It's incredible to
Yeah,
watch.
it's pretty true.
And you know, we've heard your complaints about the wig,
Yeah.
and I
It's really
totally get it.
Yeah.
But I wondered.
Yeah.
But I wondered if there was a particular costume piece that you were really excited to wear. Maybe Damon's crime-committing cape or something.
Yeah, I mean that's what I took home with me. Yeah. No, I quite like. It's like a sort of it's like a black leather tunic, which I quite like, which is pretty cool. And I was keen for him to have like because he's always got dark sister with him, which is a sword, for those of you that don't watch the show. And I thought it would look cool with like this big leather belt. It was quite, and I wanted leather knives in it. Yeah, I think Yanni, the sort of costume designer who did it, she did the Harry Potters as well, has done a really beautiful job. I think the tailoring is great, and I think the world of it feels really, really clear. So we were lucky. She's a fabulous designer.
Are you somebody that the costume really, like, your doctor costume was so kind of iconic, and you see it so much, and it felt like you may have even had some input on it because it was very much your style. You wore it well. Are you somebody that when you put the costume on, that's like the final piece for the character?
Yeah, I mean that's what's nice about a show like this is you've got the wig and the costume.
Yeah.
It does feel like it does a lot. A bit like you guys. I bet you feel like that when you come to Comic-Cons and stuff, and when you cosplay, you dress up. It gives you. It's an interesting feeling, isn't it? It transforms you somehow. Do you find that? Woo! Yeah. And it's the same when you're an actor, and that's what's such a great job, because you get to do that for every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is why I shouldn't moan about putting a wig on.
Yeah, I think over here. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Elena.
Hi.
I had an acting question for you.
Hear me? We met earlier, Elena. I remember you.
What is the biggest difference for you as an actor from acting on film and acting on stage?
Oh gosh. Well, I don't know. I mean, the great thing about going back to do a play, and you said that you're a drama school, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good to go and do a play as much as you can, because in some ways, that's sort of, it's like where you sharpen your tools, it's where you can go and be a tradesman, and you can, the sort of daily repetition, the practice of that, I think allows you to really develop. But film acting is, I'm still trying to work it all out, is the truth. I think ultimately the essence of the thing is the same. Can you be truthful and inventive and, tell the story clearly? And the form of the thing doesn't really matter what you're doing, as long as you're doing your best and doing it well. And I don't think it matters what level you're doing that either. If you want to be an actor, just start, do it at whatever level, and try your best to keep going and keep building. But they're both really fun. I recommend them.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Go over here.
Hi, my name is Sarah. This is really a dream come true, so thank you. I got a question for you. I noticed lately that, especially in TV shows, films, I noticed that you like to play the bad guy recently, and I find that very interesting. I kind of want to know why, what goes through your mind in those roles.
Well, I guess because I played the Doctor for so long, for 4 years really, I was keen after that to sort of, that's why I did American Psycho, I played a serial killer, because I wanted to do something to go, and then that made you chuckle, didn't it? and then one thing leads to another, it's just, it's luck in many ways. They're the parts that are set in front of you, but I think all of the sort of people I've played, I've wanted to find a sort of, it sounds like a cliche, it's a bit boring, but something in them that's not just, it's like Damon. Damon could just be a bad guy, but he's not, there's all the stuff with his brother and everything else, there's so much more. So, trying to find the good bits about people is really interesting.
It's very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll go over here. Hi.
My name is Misty, and I was wondering, one, you called David a bastard earlier. I noticed that.
I called him what?
A bastard.
Oh, a bastard, well, he is. He's mad. He is. He's a cool one, though, but he is.
So, I wanted to ask, where does Damon's bravery and recklessness, like in the crowd theater battle, for example, is it to prove himself to the realm, his brother, or is it simply because he's the blood of the dragon?
Both. It's a good question. What's a good observation? I mean, I think everything with Damon is about his brother. Everything with Rhaenyra is about, it starts off to be about his brother anyway. That's the way I read it. And then that lull in it, and less said about that, the better really. But I think, you know, the sort of violence in him is, he's a very complicated creature, you know, and it's interesting. I don't know where that comes from sometimes. It's why he's interesting. You can't work it out. Where does it come from? It's just in him somewhere, that dragonness, that madness, that volatile switch. But I was proud of what me and Patty did actually, because I felt, even on the page, I think, you know, when you watch it back, at least from my feeling of it, it felt like they really loved one another. And I think it's all about that, really.
Thank you. Go over here.
Hi Matt, I'm Natalie. And
Hi.
before I get started, I just wanted to say that you were my sister's favorite doctor.
Oh,
And-
please don't be your sister's favourite. You were my cousin's uncle's niece's favourite doctor. And, but anyway, I love David Tennant, so...
Well, how about this? You're my favorite Targaryen.
Oh, that's a good shout, man. That's a good shout. That's cool.
Okay.
I'll tell Amelia. Okay, thanks.
So my question for you is, I am an aspiring actress, so I was wondering, what is one piece of advice that you wish somebody had told you when you were starting out?
Listen to my sister. It's all about taste at the end of the day. No, I think, which one is it? Is it David? Is it Chris? Which one is it? I think, look, read as many plays as you can, watch as many films as you can. I think in this day and age, you can create things really easily. You can get an iPhone, you can write a script with your friends. But it's about paying attention to, you know, creatively the history of what's been before us and what's going on now, and just working really, really, really hard. And being brave, never giving up, all that stuff. And listen when you're on stage, you know. I don't know, there's so much. That's why it's good though. I'm still trying to work it out, is the truth. But your sister sounds great.
Is she here? Is your sister here? She's right there. A round of applause for this. Okay, it's gonna eat him alive. Who is your favorite doctor?
It's David.
He's a great doctor, he's a great doctor.
Well, the thing is, though, is that David was like really the first doctor that I really saw.
Yeah, listen, there's no need to justify it. That's what's great about Doctor Who, though, isn't it? Like, I bet there's people in here, Tom's their favourite Doctor, or, you know, I like Patrick Troughton, Chris, it's, you know, it's fabulous, that's cool.
Well, and I think it's so cool that now we live in a time where, you know, there's it's much more diverse. More people can see themselves in the Doctor.
Yeah, I'm really excited about Scoots. I think he's going to
absolutely. Well, if your sister wants to ask a question, she's more than welcome. But thanks. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. I'm Kristen. You are my favorite doctor.
That kid was really upset at her answer. Got kicked out of the room.
That information threw him off, man.
Yeah.
And I just love you so much, like so much. My question is I know of course you have a very cool bow tie as a doctor, and of course love in the hair, and House of the Dragon, love especially the short hair.
Yeah.
And my question to you is which one do you prefer and why? Which costume?
For Doctor Who and House of the Dragon?
Yes.
There's a real Doctor Who House of the Dragon off today, isn't it? I think it'd be quite interesting for them to swap, wouldn't it? To see how Damon would suit a bow tie, a tweed blazer and some boots. I think he'd feel a little out of place. Whereas the Doctor I can see sort of swashbuckling around in, like, although the Doctor would look silly in armour, wouldn't he? Let's face it. I think they've both got their place, really, and I think the key is you want them to sort of both feel memorable. Stephen Moffat always said with the Doctor, I remember this really early on, he said, the thing is, you want children to be able to draw really quickly. And so things like you know, even with David, you had the Converse, or Chris, the leather jacket, you know, it's like me, the bow tie, little pieces that you can extrapolate quickly.
Oh wow, I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
All right, we'll go here.
My pleasure.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Sadie.
Hi.
So I started watching Doctor Who with my mom. She really likes you. She actually made a bow, and this little girl that came to one of the Comic Cons, and I think it was in Florida, got to see you, and you touched her bow. So my mom was like, haha, I touched Matt Smith without actually being there. So she was like super happy about that.
Tenuous, but cool.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, it's cool. Hi, Mom.
I was gonna say, I really like your acting in The Last Night in Soho. Nobody's brought that up, and that makes me
Thanks. Yeah, it's
I
cool,
really
actually.
liked it because it was a turn. I liked you as the villain, and it was really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And my favorite episode in Doctor Who is The Angels because it always creeped me out.
Yeah, one of my favourite things, actually.
I had a favor to ask if you could say hi to a couple of my friends for me.
Yeah, why not? Get them on the phone.
I recorded for them, and their names are, well, one is named Jack, one is named Bree, and then Alex, and then my mom is Shannon. And if you could just say hi to them.
Well, yeah, hello Jack, hello Brie, hello Shannon. Thank you for the bow tie. I remember touching it and thinking, Shannon made this. So it's nice to finally reconnect. You know, you're not here, but don't worry. And, yeah, have a great day.
We got children in the recording, so we're gonna have to take two.
Yeah.
And do that again. No, hi, let's go here. Hello.
Hello, nice face.
Thank you. Those are cool.
Yeah. Amen to that.
In your first appearance with the young Amy Pond, how did they create the scene of the sampling of all the different food, and how bad was fish fingers and custard?
I had to eat a lot of it as well, because I take acting really seriously. I was like, no, I'll have real fish fingers. And then they also made these little coconut cakes as well. I did do the real fish fingers. It's not actually that bad. Well, hey, I think it's such a brilliant way to meet a companion. What a glorious, to meet them when they're young. It's so clever. And then, yeah, we just got in the kitchen and it was fun. I just got to be, that's what's cool about being a doctor. You get to be a big kid. I was just like, no, don't like that. No, don't like that. And some poor guy stood there with a bowl trying to catch it. And then I had to eat 12 fish fingers and loads of custard. It was tough, yeah. Because it goes again and again and again. And then there was a couple of coconut cakes in there as well. But don't tell anyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know why when you're talking about that, I just had flashes of Great British Bake Off, which I think we probably, a majority of us, owe our lives to getting us through the pandemic. What do you what do you watch? What do you, when to just turn off, you're doing a lot of heavy stuff in House of the Dragon. What's your kind of comfort, pleasure stuff?
Well, there's a British sitcom called Island Partridge. I watched that a lot, on repeat basically.
Yeah.
On the plane over yesterday, I watched 4 episodes of Severance, which I thought was really good.
So good.
Yeah, Ben Stiller just being brilliant direction.
Adam Scott, yeah, it's so
Adam
good.
Scott's great, isn't he, as well? So that's, I thought that was really great, yeah. And then, a bit of everything, really.
Yeah.
Loads of vampire films.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
What's my favourite vampire movie?
What's your favorite vampire movie?
Oh, God.
Wait, hold on, let me ask you again. What's your favorite vampire movie and why is it The Lost Boys?
Probably Lost Boys, Interview with a Vampire. What's I like? I like Dracula with Gary Oldman.
The BBC series is great.
Yeah. 40 Days of Night. I remember. Josh Hartnett. It's actually a good film, though. There's what's the one with James Woods?
Oh, Vampires. John
Carlin. Yeah.
House Vampires. Yeah.
Just Sorry.
What was that? Never heard of it. Sorry.
I've never seen Twilight, actually. Sorry. stars in it. So, yeah, anything vampiric, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Very cool. I forget which side we were on, but we only got time for a couple more. So let's try and like rapid fire speed through them so we can get through as many people as possible. Yeah.
Hi, Matt.
Yo.
My name is Adrian. I'm from Houston. And my question to you is, how hard was it to learn Valerian?
Oh. You know, Valerian is tough to learn. But it's, well, I say that. I first got a script and I was like, no, I was talking. And then actually those were some of the scenes that I loved the most. I felt I found out the most in many ways about Damon when he's speaking. It sort of revealed a whole other side to me of him. So I loved it. It was just practice though, practice and repetition. I have to say, I think he's really good at it. In Valerian. I can't even remember it. What did I say? Toilet. I can't remember. I mean, look, the great thing about Valerian is I can just make something up and go, you go, that's not Valerian, I go, yeah, it is. Like, you like come off set and people go, is that right? I go, yeah, that sounded right, it was good. But it sort of goes in and goes out. For me, anyway.
Yeah.
You say something. There you go.
There we go. Alright, I think we got time for a couple more. So we're going to here and here. And, hi.
Hi, my name is Cece. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm going to try to say this without crying. But growing up, I was going through a lot of traumatic things, and seeing you as the doctor really helped me stay grounded, and I really appreciate that. Well, now my question is, while reading all your scripts in Doctor Who, and I assume that you've watched all of your own episodes, you know, is there like a plot hole? Is there
a plot hole in Doctor Who? No, none. Never.
Is there a plot hole that you yourself are, even though you had to do it because it was written because you were an actor, that you're still today, you're like, I still don't know what that
Look,
means.
I learned very early on, don't question the logic. Because it's like a timey wimey time loop, it's a vortex, it's like a perception filter, you won't get out of it. Yeah. It is what it is. Trust the gods, which is Stephen Moffat. And my job is to get the lines in the right order. But no, I was lucky. I thought, I loved, and again, it's personal taste, isn't it? Some people like it to feel more linear. I quite liked how Stephen linked loads of big stories, and there was a lot of interwoven timelines and stuff like that. I think it was cool. And it was meant to be, you're reading it going, well, so hang on, so River's the daughter. But someone's my wife. Is she a time look? You know what I mean? There were all these great big moments. And things like the Doctor's name, and all these little things that only I know. Were cool. No, I can't tell you. I do know. I know his name. And that's that.
Nice. Alright, we're going to end over here. Last question, no pressure. Take it away. What is your name?
I'm Briar, like Aurora, just with more thorns.
Nice.
Cool.
As a 14-year-old who's watching Game of Thrones and all that,
where are your parents?
How do
Yes.
you feel about these younger generations coming in and watching Doctor Who and Game of Thrones and all?
Sorry, could you repeat that? I'm sorry, because my ears were deceiving me. You said you were watching.
How do you feel about these younger generations coming in and watching Game of Thrones?
Well, I think you should consult your parents and ask them and see if it's okay. And if it is, what are you going to do? Good luck, enjoy it, but just go steady. No, look, I think, look, these things, I think particularly with Doctor Who, I think it's a wonderful show for young people. Similarly with Game of Thrones, I think, fantastic. It's a very entertaining show for young adults. So read into that what you will, but hey, look, I can't lie to you. When I was 14, I was watching films that, you know. But then I got really scared at Halloween. No, actually, was it Halloween? No, it was Friday the 13th, I think. And there's a scene in that where someone gets stabbed under a bed. And yeah. And then I'd go to bed and go. No. So don't go down that route, is what I'm saying.
And yes, my mom lets me watch House of Dragons.
Parenting done right. Well, you mentioned Halloween. I think it's a perfect segue. We're going to end on something special. Someone's a birthday boy. Someone's got a big birthday coming up. October 28th.
Yeah, I'm old now. I suddenly got old.
Halloween baby. I feel safe saying this because you certainly don't look it, but you're about to turn a big number.
Yeah, big number. 60. I'm about to turn 60.
It is an actual vampire.
Yeah. Wonderful skin regime.
But we're just so delighted that you were here with us, and we wanted to take you out by saying happy birthday to you.
Oh no! I'll blush.
So, and the 1, and the 2, and the 3. Happy birthday!